Say something.
Beautiful.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay. It's so cozy in here. I love it.
Me too.
Can we live here?
Yes.
Perfect.
Solar panels.
Goodbye.
Bye. Well, here we are staying at a really cool off-grid cabin not far outside of Espanola, Ontario. And the reason we're here is because there's a great vet here that has performed a surgery on our dog Buck. If you remember a little while ago, Tori and I did a backpacking trip with Buck and he couldn't make it. He was limping. Well, we thought it was very related to his joint. Well, it turns out there was a large growth on the right front of his chest that was causing lameness in that right front paw and a lot of pain. And we didn't notice it until after the trip was over. Well, it grew pretty rapidly and the vet got in and it turned out to be more complicated than we thought it was going to be. And we weren't sure whether he was going to live or die, and so we came to visit him and just decided to stay outside of town because he's going to have to spend a few days in the veterinary hospital. And we went to visit him and it looks like he's going to pull through, but it was really, really close. So that's really concerning for me considering all the adventures he's done with me and of course my wife Tori in the Arctic in the winter, canoe trips, you name it. And so we definitely have a really special bond with Buck and it was hard to see him like that. So we're super excited that it looks like he's gonna live. So I guess a little side adventure on top of this worrisome time was getting to stay in this cool off-grid cabin. We actually found it on Airbnb, but there are fairly major solar panels that power this, so you have your lights on and everything, and I guess there's enough daylight that those solar panels can power the cabin. And traditionally built with full round logs, and a really cool little addition with a kitchen on it that has a wood stove. And I see what's happening with that wood stove, that it's actually rigged to heat water. So there's a hot water tank and actually a pipe that runs into the firebox of the stove, so you can actually have hot water that's fire heated, which is really cool. And now it's been more modernized, so you have propane heat and a propane cook stove. And so modern off-grid, you got to be a little more careful with how much power you use, but for the most part doesn't feel like it's very off-grid. Plus there's a backup generator in case you should run out of solar power. So really cool, cozy little rustic cabin that Tori and I got to stay in around Espanola, right on the Spanish River. If you haven't gotten a chance to come up to this area, it's an awesome place to paddle and fish and you name it. And I just wanted to give a little channel update too while I'm at it. Thanks a lot for watching the Yukon Wild series. I got a lot of positive feedback on that, which was just great to hear. And people are asking, Jim, we want another big adventure series. Well, I actually have one in the works. Buck and I actually crossed Baffin Island's Cumberland Peninsula as part of a 180 kilometer trek we did, and we crossed the Arctic Circle on our way and went through legendary Akshayuk Pass. So I have a really exciting adventure to bring to you, which is going to have just dramatic scenery, very scary weather, and a man-dog real real adventure that I did, I think, a pretty good job of filming. So I'm super excited to start editing that. In the meantime, there might be another couple videos. We will see. Tori and I are going to do some winter camping. I'm going to do some winter camping with some other YouTubers as well. And yeah, so right now I'm going to take you on a little tour of this awesome off-grid cabin that we're staying in near Espanola.
Hey, Wes. Hey, bud. All right.
Are we going home?